Hello everyone, this is a video to help support you with the second English task in Home Learning Pack 5, and we are continuing with poetry. Just a quick reminder of what poetry is. It's a type of writing that gets the reader to imagine something vividly or to feel something intensely. That's done by choosing and arranging language in an interesting way based on its meaning and its sound. It's written in lines, and each of those lines makes up a verse. For example, in Remy Graves' Portobello Soul. And there are loads of other examples. Now today you're going to be looking at figurative language and odes. The first question of which is, what is figurative language? Well, figurative language is writing which goes beyond the actual meaning of the words. For example, if I was to be in a race and I said I'm as fast as a cheetah, I don't actually mean that I'm as fast as a cheetah. Now today you're looking at two different types of figurative language, similes and metaphors. Let's start with similes. Now a simile is where two things are compared to one another using the words as or like in a sentence. And that's because we want people to think that those two things are similar in some way. For example, Mo Farah is as fast as a cheetah. He's not literally as fast as a cheetah, but we're trying to exaggerate, go over the top that he is fast by comparing him to the fastest mammal on Earth. Similarly, the baby girl screeched like a monkey in the trees. She didn't literally scream with monkey noises, but we're trying to exaggerate that her screeching was as loud as a monkey when they swing through the trees. This exaggeration has a powerful effect because you can really imagine what the poet is describing. I don't know about you, but I can hear the monkey noises now, and they really do sound very loud for a baby girl. See if you can spot the simile in this short poem. Beautiful flower, lots of colourful petals, as bright as the sun. Can you spot it? As bright as the sun is the simile. We are comparing the petals to the sun because they are really bright, and the sun is one of the brightest things the poet can think of. Out of interest, did you notice what kind of poem this is? Yep, it's one of those haikus we looked at yesterday. There's 5 syllables in the first line, 7 syllables in the second, and another 5 at the end. Okay then, so what's a metaphor? A metaphor is another type of figurative language which also compares two things because they're similar. But instead of saying it's just like something else, it says that it is something else. For example, the moon was a pearl in the sky. What do the moon and the pearl have in common for that comparison to occur? Well, a moon and pearl are both white, shiny and round, so it's a nice metaphor. Let's have a look at another example. The swamp is a pool of chocolate. Why might we say that a swamp is similar to a pool of chocolate? What does the swamp have in common with a pool? Well, both the swamp and the pool are watery and deep. And what does the swamp have in common with chocolate? Well, both the swamp and chocolate are brown. So, by saying a swamp is a pool of chocolate, we're saying a swamp is something that's watery, deep, and brown, which is a really nice way to get your reader to imagine what it looks like. I wonder if you can spot the metaphor in this haiku. The crying baby, it was a roaring lion, screaming the house down. Did you spot it? It was a roaring lion is the metaphor in here. We're comparing it to a lion to exaggerate how loud the crying baby is. But it's not literally a lion. Let's see if you can sort the difference between similes and metaphors in this similes and metaphors quiz. The washing danced on the line like a ballerina. Is this a simile or a metaphor? It is a simile. It danced like a ballerina. We're comparing them, but we're not saying they're the same thing. What about the sunflower was as big as a skyscraper? Is that a simile or a metaphor? It is a simile again. It was as big as a skyscraper. It's not literally a skyscraper, it's just a similar size, or at least that's what we're alluding to. Next up in the quiz, the German Shepherd was a mountain next to the Chihuahua. Simile or metaphor? It's a metaphor. It says it was a mountain next to a Chihuahua, but of course the German Shepherd isn't literally a mountain. Penultimate question. His voice was husky like the growl of a bear. Is that a simile or a metaphor? It's a simile. It's like the growl of a bear. We're trying to say they're both quite gruff in a nice comparison. And the final one. The pillow is a cloud beneath my head. That's a metaphor. It says it is something, not just comparing with like or as. Now that you've got the hang of that, let's have a look at the type of poem we're doing today. Today, we're looking at odes. What is an ode? An ode is an ancient form of Greek poem where one person exaggerates how much they absolutely adore something or someone else. Now, because figurative language is all about going over the top and exaggerating something, similes and metaphors are perfect for odes. Let's have a look at what I mean when I say that somebody loves something. Here is my ode to toilet paper. As I sit here on my throne and think, I notice you nearby the sink, perfect for so many things that life and my body brings, soft like a pillow against my cheeks, a net to catch when water leaks from my eyes or a burst pipe or that stuff that runs on a snotty night. This poem is all about how toilet paper is amazing and I love it. It's a bit of a funny poem, I'll give you that. I wonder, did you spot the simile I included in my ode? Yep, that's right. Soft like a pillow. I'm comparing toilet paper to a pillow because they're both really soft. I wonder if you spotted the metaphor too. Yes, I said it was a net to catch when water leaks. Toilet paper is not literally a net, and it certainly wouldn't make a very good one, but it's trying to exaggerate that it catches everything whenever I need it. So, what are you doing today? Today, I'd like you to make one or more odes about something that you couldn't live without during this lockdown and exaggerate how much you absolutely love it. Now, it might be something serious, like how much you love your family and are grateful for them during lockdown, or it might be something funny, like toilet paper or pasta or rice. My challenge for you today is, I wonder if you can add a simile and a metaphor into your odes. I can't wait to see the results. Good luck!